Hello viewers, today the Bankabothi Empire TV is in the office of the Northwest Regional Director for the Anti-Corruption Commission, but we will have her introduce herself.
I am Madam Zainab Uthman, the newly appointed Regional Director of the Anti-Corruption Commission Northwest Region here in Botswana. And my journey in the commission, I started as an investigating officer in the year 2001 because the commission was established in 2000 and I was recruited as an investigating officer in 2001. I served in this capacity for like 6 to 7 years and then later transferred to the Public Education Department of the Commission as a public education officer to raise awareness about the ills and dangers of corruption. And also later in 2007, I was transferred again to the investigations department and I became a senior investigating officer. And when the Anti-Corruption Act 2000 that brought the commission into existence was amended in 2008. It brought the Assets Declaration, which serves as a preventive and investigative tool in the fight against corruption. When I was appointed again as Deputy Director of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy Secretariat, right there at HQ, Freetown. And in 2025, April 1st, 2025 again, I got an appointment again as the regional director of ACC Northwest in Botswana.
And that is our focus of the discussion now. Madam Zainab, can you tell us about your recent activities and operations in the Northwest region?
Well, as recently as I came, I have been able to be in partnership with our most of the partners in Botswana here, like the DISEC and FUSEC have been attending their meetings. Biggest challenge we have was a chiefdom level case matter involving a section chief that was elected in Samu chiefdom and which is also the opponents did not accept. So that was a bit challenging. We are always there um, discussing such issues and trying to find solutions, proof solutions as to how to end that chaos. And also, we've been having customized meetings, we've been meeting the schools, we've been having our outreach meetings, we've also been having talks with the public talks or public engagements with the tertiary institutions here, like the Anes Koma University campus here, and all the rest. And also, we've been monitoring or doing on the spot checks on the recently concluded public exams like the WASC and BECE. In order because examination malpractice is now an offense in the Anti-Corruption Act, and we we are always called upon by WAEC to help them with the conduct of the exercise, the examination itself. Very recently, as recently as yesterday, we also launched the service charter at the Post Local Government Hospital that was installed. It has been back and forth, but we've been able to resolve that, and it was successfully launched yesterday. Service charters they are preventive tools in the fight against corruption. They are very much crucial because they help reduce the opportunities for corruption in public service delivery institutions. And by displaying or exhibiting the prices or costs of the services rendered by the hospital authorities to the public or patients, we let gain that transparency and accountability for them to know that this hospital is transparent and accountable and also working in their interest. And they'll kind of build a trust between them and the hospital management.
What has been your role in the process trying to bring up the service charter? What has been your role? Was the community involved? Were you involved? How did it come about?
Well, it is an activity I inherited
Okay.
because my predecessor here, Fatu, that Mrs. Florence Fatu Kamara, who has been transferred to as the regional director Northeast, was handling that activity.
Okay.
Yeah, she started it, they validated the service charter, and I think the only stage that was left was how to install the service charter and launch it. But unfortunately, there had been that delay a bit. But we've been able, because I think partners were brought on board, because yesterday I guess you two were there, they covered the event, and the region chief was there, some other important stakeholders in Pusloko were there, the medical superintendent in Kambia was invited, also the DHMT, the head of DHMT in Pusloko was there, and also civil society organizations were also there, because we as anti-corruption can't do it alone. They will have to help us popularize and raise awareness about the service charter, the existence of the service charter at the government hospital in Pusloko.
Okay. The service charter will help people to understand what cost they will be paid for any service they receive or that is being rendered to them when they go for medical attention. Now, with the commission taking a role, yesterday you were there, is it just your presence there that is required, or what would you be doing after, onwards, now that we have the charter? Is it just going to be there, or do you have activities to be doing with the hospital administration and
We'll have to be checking, regularly. And as I say, yesterday I told them that we will have to be reviewing the charter
okay.
as to how and when the costs change. Also, we have a duty as a commission to popularize it, to raise public awareness as to the existence of the charter, because some people will say, I'm not even aware about the charter self, I'm not even in one small corner. So we'll have to tell them that it is there. Even if you are an illiterate parent or whatever, take somebody to the charter to read whatever cost you will have to pay for a service that is rendered to you, so that you know what to pay and they will not charge you exorbitantly.
In all of this, Madam Zainab, you are the regional director for the anti-corruption Northwest. How can you position the Northwest in terms of corruption?
Corruption is not an easy thing to fight because of its complex nature. And to say the least, we cannot do it alone. Just one institution or individual cannot do it alone. We need to bring on board so many people to help us fight corruption. That's why we very much rely on partnership. We need that synergy, that collaboration with the CSOs, informal sectors, the school children. That's why we have integrity management committees in schools. As the phrase goes, catch them young, they will never depart from it. And also those in tertiary institutions, we try to get them to talk against corruption, against the dangers of corruption. If we are able to get them from that level, I think we'll be able to get a better Sierra Leone. If not zero tolerance to corruption, but at least we'll be able to minimize it. And also we have our CSOs, we have our informal sector like the bike riders, the drivers union, they suffer corruption, corruption in the hands of, more especially when they are complaining about the checkpoints, about the deeds. So they too suffer corruption in one way or the other.
Let's assume I have a suspect or concern over a thing I am anticipating to have semblance of corruption. What are some of the channels I may use to report? You
can come physically to our office here. So 077985 077986 and I think these are free lines. You can call. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay. Yes, you can also come in person to make a report, or You write an anonymous letter.
Yeah.
We can even protect you that you are anonymous, but as long as at any time we can call upon you to get out more information or details about you.
How is your work in the Northwest? Have there challenges?
There is no success without challenges.
Okay.
We still face challenges. One, of course, the financial constraint is one big one, but as Sierra Leoneans, we know the present trend of the economy, we just have to manage with whatever little is made available by our authorities at headquarters. Because they have told us that you are going to manage your budget now. We have now transformed you into a regional directorate, and you are now independent and autonomous from headquarters. So you will have to be managing your whatever finances with funds we send to you. And also, the Northwest region is my region of command. Yes, and Potloko is not just Northwest. You have Cambia and Karine as well. Though this is the regional headquarters town, we have to be moving to the other regions. Of course, Cambia and Potloko are like twin states. You can move from here to here. Then you have the hard to reach areas also in Cambia and also in Potloko here also, especially when the weather is bad now, good cut-offs and all the rest. And very recently, we visited Kamakwe, even though we were warned by people that you're going to meet cut off the bridges and all, they would have submerged the bridges. We met some people patching the roads and all the rest, and we were able to reach Kamakwe, which is the district headquarters town for Karine. So we did some familiarization visits with the chiefs, the region chief there, the council, the Karine District Council, and also the DHMT. We inspected the medical store because very recently the National Medical Supply Agency notified the commission that they have since delivered medical supplies for the free health medical. Yes, so we should try to be monitoring the supplies until they reach their PHUs, make sure they reach the target beneficiaries and all the rest. So we've been doing all of that, although sometimes we've not been able to go to the hard to reach areas because sometimes reports are being brought that in some remote areas in Cambia and all the rest. So we'll have to wait until the rain subsides, then we'll take up that work again.
Madam Zainab, thank you very much for taking us through the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Northwest as to the anti-corruption. Do you have a message for our viewers? Do you have maybe an advice or you want to tell them something that they're supposed to know?
Well, it's just that I want to tell them that there is a woman heading the office now, even though a woman used to head it.
Okay.
But now they are having a big regional director. The office has now been transformed into a directorate. So I'm encouraging especially women to feel free with me to come and report corruption. You know, women are normally shy, even though maybe they will be going through so much challenges, or they will be seeing corruption thriving in their offices or wherever they are doing businesses, but they're normally shy to report. So I'm encouraging them to report, to come and report. I'll have their back. I'll protect them as a woman. And also the men, wherever you think corruption is thriving, corruption is taking place, please come and report. I think that is all.
Thank you so much. Viewers, that is how we come to the end of our interview with the Northwest Regional Director for the Anti-Corruption Commission. Continue to listen for more news updates. If you have your question for the Regional Director, you can drop it in the comment section. Thank you so much. We'll continue to bring you more news coming from the Bank Abothi